Good evening. My name is Kendrika Jenkins-Simmons, and I will be doing a scene analysis on the movie Freedom Writers. So, an overview of the movie basically was about this dedicated teacher who started teaching at a racially divided school, and she had to basically teach students who were unteachable. And as the movie went on, she grew fond of the kids, and they eventually grew fond of her, and they created a bond to where they didn't want any other teacher when it came to the end of the movie. The students were very hesitant at first because they thought she was just another white lady just coming in just to fill a position. They really didn't think she cared about their education. They actually didn't like her because she was white. One girl even made that statement that she hated white people because they took her father without a reason. Throughout the movie, she took them on different trips. She took them to a Holocaust museum because when she first started teaching the class, they didn't even know what the Holocaust was. They didn't know anything about anything in history. They weren't being taught anything. So she introduced them to a whole different world that the people in that school district didn't want them to see. They didn't want them to succeed. They really didn't think they were going to even graduate or come to class. So she really showed them that don't let anybody discourage you because you can do anything you want to. The scene I'm going to describe is where they were in the classroom and she basically was playing this game to get to know them better. So she put this white tape in the middle of the floor and asked them a series of questions just to see, if they would open up to her, what their life was like, just basic, get to know games. So as the game went on, she started asking deeper questions basically they lived in an at-risk neighborhood, so they were dealing with gang violence. Their friends were being murdered, their family members were going to jail, people were getting robbed. It was just horrible. So basically as the game went on, she started getting into deeper questions. She started to ask them, have they ever been shot at? Are they in a gang? Do they know people who are in a gang? And it just got really emotional during that time, and that touched me because people don't really care, especially teachers and faculty. They don't go above and beyond. I mean, some may do when it comes to smaller schools, but many teachers don't care. And that was shown in the movie because when she first got to the school, she wanted better for her students. She wanted them to have good books. She wanted them to be treated like the honor students that were in the school, but being that they weren't, and they were basically growing up in an urban area, they weren't provided the same resources because the faculty didn't think they were capable of learning what the other students were learning. So she wanted better for them and others didn't. So that really touched me because she really cared for the students. And as time went on, they cared for them. They cared for her as well. And I just really love that movie because it's great. They had many different shots in the scene. They had wide shots of all the students coming close to the line. They had close shots of the student faces as she was asking them questions. It was very emotional, very heartfelt. It was very sincere because some of the students had really tough stories. One of the students even read, because she gave them journals so they could write about everyday life, and she would be able to see and respond. And one of the students actually read their journal out loud while they were playing the game. And he basically talked about himself being homeless and how she gave him hope and how she made him not want to give up because she cared so much. So it was really good. I really enjoyed the scene. The movie overall was very, very touching, and it just makes you want to give back and make you want to do more with people who are less fortunate or who go through a lot in their lives because